Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today is the 1st of May, which luckily is a holiday here, which I almost missed out on, but a colleague of mine reminded me that today is a holiday and I shouldn't be working. So today I want to share with you my Medieval-A-Thon TBR, because I'm so excited for this readathon. It already happened last year and I really had so much fun with it. And so this year, it's a little bit earlier. I think last year it was in July. And this year it is in May, so I want to share my TBR with you because I have so many great books that I hope I will be reading. So first of all, to get your rank, you have to read a certain number of books, and the highest rank is if you finish 7 books in the month. So that's definitely my goal, and then I would be an empress. Next up, you can choose your wardrobe, and I decided to go for 2 outfits for now because I wanted to have one more pretty outfit and one more casual, you know, when I'm sneaking around outfits. So for the more pretty one, I chose the dress that has the challenge a book that has yellowed over time, so like the pages are yellowed. And for that I chose Only Ever Yours by Louise O'Neill because the top here is really yellow compared to the bottom pages, so this has definitely yellowed over time. And this is a book I've had for quite a while now, and I really like the books I've read so far by Louise O'Neill, but I always wanted to keep this for after when I had read The Handmaid's Tale, because I think this is kind of a loose retelling, or it's based on same concept as The Handmaid's Tale. So since I've read that last year, I think I'm ready for Only Ever Yours now. Then for my sneaky outfit, you're supposed to read a book with your favorite color on the spine. And this was actually quite difficult because I would say my favorite color in general is a very nice blue. And I didn't really have a lot of books that were that color. I do like other colors though. I do like black and pink and stuff like that. But you know, if I would really have to choose a color, like without, you know, like a hair color or color for clothing or whatever, just a color in general, then it would be this kind of blue. So I decided to go for this book. I don't really know what this is. I got it so many years back used because I just found the cover to be so intriguing. So this is by a woman called Wada Silo, something like that. And I think it's a memoir, but I'm not quite sure. And it is set in, it's set in Morocco, which is a country that I've been to and I think is very interesting. So yeah, this is probably not a very happy read. Not that Only Ever Yours would be a happy read, but I'm really, really excited to finally check this book out because I definitely don't know anything about it. So I don't know if this has ever been published in English, but the subtitle of this book is I Was 5 years old when my childhood died. So I think, yeah, this is gonna be very tough read, but I'm excited. Now we're moving on to the weapons, and I decided to choose a weapon and a shield so I can defend myself, but I'm not really, you know, one to openly attack someone. So I wanted to go for the sword. And for that I decided to do the next book in the Game of Thrones series. I'm currently at the 9th German book, so that would be the second half of the 4th English edition. And I would say the dragons are definitely spiky with this one. I could also read this for an outfit because there is a challenge to read a book with dragons on it, but since they only count for one thing and I didn't really find things other than that for the spiky one, I'm going with sword for this book for now. And it is huge, so I don't know. This will probably be a very late challenge I try to do when I have, you know, the basics already assembled. And then for the shield, you're supposed to read a book that you have very high expectations for. Now, this is a little bit of a difficult one for me because usually books that I have high expectations for don't last on my TBR for a very long time. But one that I hope that I will love is Wayward Son by Rainbow Rowell. This is the continuation of Carry On, and I loved Carry On. I'm currently rereading that because this is so short that I'm worried that I won't like this if I haven't reread Carry On right before I read this. But yeah, I hope I will love it. Carry On blew me out of the water when I read it first, so I don't know. I do have high hopes, but I'm also a little bit hesitant that they might be destroyed. And then I chose 3 animals that I want to be my pet companion, because I am a crazy lady and I think animals are more important than clothes or weapons. I don't know. But the first one would be the horse, and that is to read a tall hardcover. And for that I chose Language of Thorns, which is definitely the tallest hardcover that I own. I don't even own a lot of hardcovers, to be honest, but this is quite tall, so I think it will count. This is a book I had on so many TBRs now. I had this for years, and I always tell myself that this would be the perfect read for winter. Now it's May, and still haven't read it, even though I had it for like 2 or 3 years in a row for winter available. Never read it. So I hope this will finally go down and I can finally read this. And it's super pretty from the inside as well. You have these illustrations and they build up throughout the chapter. So yeah, super excited for that. And it's not chapters, obviously, it's short stories. So these are short stories set in the Grisha world. I feel like I don't explain these books good at all, but I'm sorry, this is just a TBR. Okay, 2 more animals that I want to have. One is the fox, and that has the challenge to read something with orange on the cover. For that I chose this book that I got for my birthday. Bitter Orange is the English title. The German title is almost the same, just the translation. It has oranges on the cover, but also the back is completely orange and the spine as well. So I think that will definitely count for the fox. Now with this book, I don't really know what to expect. It sounds really intriguing and it sounds like a great summer read. So I guess this one will also go further back on my TBR, so I can read it when the weather is really nice. But this is about Frances. I don't know if that is a girl or boy, but she lives with a weird couple in a house because they are supposed to look at the house and what it's worth during this one summer in 1969. And it basically doesn't say anything else. So yeah, this sounds intriguing, but I don't even know what kind of genre that would be. So we'll see. And for the cat, I mean, obviously I need a cat, right? I have Call Me By Your Name by Andre Akiman. I never know how to say his last name. I've already read this, so this would be a reread for me. I don't have any books on my TBR that start with the C, which is the challenge for the cat, if I didn't already say that. So yeah, this is quite a small book, and I think I might just reread that for this challenge. I have wanted to reread this for a very long time. It's only 250 pages and I really loved the audiobook, so I'm intrigued to see whether I do like it without the audio experience as well. And yeah, that's my last book for this TBR. So that would be 7 books. I mean, it would be great if I do even more, but looking at the Game of Thrones books, I don't really think so. I think that will take up a lot of my time. I'm not even sure if I will finish all of these in time, but we'll see. Apart from that, I do have other books on my May TBR. For example, right now, I'm rereading Carry On still. I still have 400 pages with that to go, but I think I can finish this during this first weekend. Then I'm also reading The Two Towers with my partner. I'm reading this to him, so I will probably not finish it in May, but this will be something that just runs through the month. And I'm currently listening to the audiobook of The Vanishing Stair, which is the second book in a YA kind of crime series. The first book was okay, but I'm not completely in love with it, so not really sure what to expect from the second book. But these are the books I plan on reading in May, most of them for the Medieval-A-Thon. So I hope you have a great reading month. Let me know what you're planning on reading. I've seen so many TBRs and I'm so excited about that. Not only for Medieval-A-Thon, but there's so many other great readathons going on right now. I think there is a mental health readathon going on, and the Asian readathon has come back as well, which I participated in last year. But right now I don't really have good books for that on my TBR, unfortunately. But yeah, great stuff, great time for reading. See you soon. Bye!